If it's by itself, use it by itself. We designed it that way so that you don't have any extra unnecessary oxidation or oxygen at work that doesn't need to be there.
That makes sense.
Welcome to this segment that we didn't quite know what to call, because this is the part where if you're in the back room with an educator and you've just completed a class, like this is the part where like, Ian, tell me what the real is. Like, how do you actually do this? We don't quite know what to call it yet, but this is the part where you get the inside scoop. We thought maybe we'd start this, casual little corner of conversation. Maybe that's whatever. We're gonna go ahead and cheers with a little IGORA VIBRANCE. Amber. Ian, this is our 9.5-49. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's get down to business.
Let's do it. Just don't drink that.
Okay. All right, what's up? First up.
Okay, so I have some questions that I feel like some people out there might want to ask you about Vibrance, because it's a huge talk right now. So I wanted to start with, I felt like during your presentation you talked about 40% less MEAs. First of all, can we talk about what MEAs are? And then second of all, what do you mean 40% less? Does it mean it was bad before? So if you could give us a little insight to that would be great.
For sure. This is a conversation mainly about demi-permanent color, acidic and alkaline. Big conversation. Actually, there is a link to a video specifically dedicated to that conversation, but we'll give you the quick on it right now. Acidity in hair color helps to close, collapse, and tighten the cuticle. Alkalinity is what softens, swells, and opens. So there's a couple factors that come into play as to why you would choose an acidic demi or an alkaline. I have to be honest, both have a seat at the table. An alkaline demi, like IGORA VIBRANCE, needs something that makes it alkaline. We use MEA. It is an ammonia-free product. MEA is the alkaline. That's what gives you that swelling of the cuticle. So when you swell the cuticle a little bit, it gives you potentially better gray blending, a little bit more longevity because the color has kind of worked itself into the hair further versus just sitting on the top.
Okay.
Depending on what I'm looking for, you can get like a richer, creamier end result with your finish versus something of a different makeup. MEA is not bad. Ammonia is not bad. I think if used correctly, appropriately, as often as you should, it's not a bad thing. It's just something that we use to make IGORA VIBRANCE a little bit more versatile as a demi.
So if I'm going to kind of recap from what I gathered here, if it has MEA, I have more potential because I'm opening that cuticle, so I'm able to get some color inside and some outside. But maybe with an acidic, I'm going to sit more on the outside of the hair cuticle?
But also keep in mind, would I use an alkaline demi on somebody who maybe doesn't have a cuticle? Maybe not. Like we can't pretend like every hair color is for everybody.
Right.
There's like we said, there's a place for both at the table. If I want that extra muscle, if I'm looking for that extra blending, if I want that extra pop from the red, I'm going to go VIBRANCE. If I have somebody who's I'm concerned about, and I would prefer simply because I want an acidic demi, that's when I would choose that.
That makes sense. Well, it seems to me that maybe VIBRANCE is a little more versatile though, because I can use it in different ways because of the MEAs.
I
mean, if we're talking, speaking of VIBRANCE, I think it'd be fun for people to know. We relaunched VIBRANCE, a few years back, and it's not that like we had a bad Demi-Permanent before, but can you tell me a little bit about the story of why we relaunched VIBRANCE and how that all happened? I think they'd love to hear that.
Yes. If you've been using Schwarzkopf Professional for a minute, a long time, you've probably been around for the renditions of, we had a product called Personality. It used to be called Viviance. It used to be broken down into like several compartments where it had different developers and activists. 2018, we relaunched IGORA VIBRANCE and said, you know what? Let's take one liquid color and mix it creamy for bowl and brush, liquid, kind of a jelly for a bottle, and less in the inventory, less in the confusion. There's less to buy. There's less to mix and worry about. It just, we kind of decided, like, what are the best things that people like about a Demi and that we like about Vibrance, and reintroduce it as like this nice one-stop shop Demi-Permanent line. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, well, yes. Well, also, I feel like I heard that Vibrance came out here in the U.S. first. Yes. So did they pick our brains? I mean...
So, again, if Schwarzkopf is... we're not an American-born company. So a lot of what we develop is developed in Germany. The nice thing is Germany did ask the U.S., like, hey, you guys do a lot of Demi in your market. You know, what do you want? What do you need? And so the U.S. had a huge part in the new IGORA VIBRANCE. I think specifically to how American hairdressers use Demi-Permanent colors is how we developed it to work for us. We really did kind of take into account, like, people don't like to leave something on that long. People don't want solid, coverage. People want... safe, playful, reliable toners. Like, it's just like this all-around great addition to the formula. And I'm super happy that the U.S. got a huge hand in helping to develop it.
Yes. If I heard correctly, Lil Birdie told me that also the level 10 toners happened here in the U.S.
That is homegrown USA
okay,
stuff
love
right there.
that.
Yeah.
Love that.
So flip back in chapters if you want to know about the pastel toners. We did a segment on our toners 9.5 dash. Pastel or 10 dash toners. The two, they're both pastel toners.
Yes.
Sometimes though, the 9.5s on like really bright blonde can look a little thick in tone. So we wanted that bump up in sheerness, translucency.
Yeah.
The 10s are perfect for clients that don't want a toner. I mean, like, even my hair is like super light. I'm that client. I am that person. I hate a toner that takes away the brightness of my blonde. So the 10s, they give that polish and refinement without sinking or deepening the brightness of your blonde.
I love that because I feel like there's such a trend right now in a like almost raw lightener, but you need some refinement.
Yes.
And I feel like those level 10s hit that perfectly.
Yeah. Now I'd say the difference, if we're talking real talk here, because the 10s are lighter, sheerer, more translucent, they're not going to last as long as a 9.5, but the pros and cons. Cons, it might not last too long. So if you're in love with a 10-1, for example, cool. I kind of consider that a pro. Because if I'm light blonde, I kind of like to be this week and try something new next week. And so I kind of like the 6 shampoos versus 12 or 15 shampoos that you get. I find that to me is nicer. Less committed?
100%. Then your client has to come in more frequently anyways for their toner.
That too.
More money in your pocket, right?
Yeah.
So that's always a plus. I think sometimes people get a little bit confused also. I'm changing the subject slightly. Between a semi and a demi-permanent hair color. So if you could kind of explain to us the difference between the two, I think people would love to hear that.
A semi-permanent color is typically something that you use as is, meaning you don't mix it, you don't adjust it. Later, within the Schwarzkopf YouTube channel, if you click to Chroma ID, there should be our playlist, our brand called Chroma ID. That's a semi.
Okay.
Meaning it comes out of the bottle, into the bowl, onto the hair. I don't mix it, I don't, it is what it is. Demi, you're mixing a color and an activator. Now, in IGORA VIBRANCE, I'd say another big difference between semi and demi is because there's an activator with IGORA VIBRANCE, that tells you that there are pigments to activate.
Yes.
So whereas a semi-permanent, it's already developed, you just put it on the hair as is. This, you have to activate or develop the pigments. So that's two of the bigger differences. Longevity is a big difference. Where the hair color lives, either in or on the hair is another difference. So I think semi-permanent is great for like soft, gentle glosses, glazes, low lighty, damaged hair. It's like this precious color that you can use to kind of heal and gloss in color. And our Vibrance is something that has a bit more muscle. I can get blending and coverage and toning and a lot more with it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Would it be safe to say that maybe I could use Chroma ID over top of a freshly red head that I did to give more longevity to my Demi-Permanent?
Yeah, like if you came in to me right now and your hair's in good shape, it's shiny, like you take care of your hair.
Yeah.
If I just wanted to refresh your red, I would probably, you could go either way. Chroma ID, IGORA Vibrance. If I wanted like at the bowl, quickness out of the Chroma ID bottle onto your hair as part of the shampoo, because I've run out of time, that would be a really quick way to refresh your color. If you had time for the appointment and I'm charging you for it, I'm going to take you to the chair and I'm going to apply it, to refresh the color. That's a really good salon case situation as to when I would choose a semi over a demi.
Perfect. Love it. Well, and based on what you just said there, I kind of have an idea. Maybe I could make more money by using Chroma ID, giving a conditioning treatment and a toner all in one with Chroma ID.
Oh my God, 100%. Like check out the Chroma ID video because we're in IGORA Vibrance, but talking a lot about Chroma ID. It'll be worth you checking out for sure.
But let's get back to some Demi-Permanent. So I know that according to IGORA Vibrance and everything I've read, that your gray coverage isn't so much coverage, it's gray blending, but it says up to 70% gray blending. But I've experienced what looks like 100% gray coverage before with Vibrance. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's always really important when manufacturers like Schwarzkopf Professional, like when we come out with something we say will last this many shampoos, gives you this much blending or this much coverage, all of it, no matter the brand, depends on porosity, hair type, hair texture. They're just nice guidelines to kind of help set expectations. What was your question again?
It was, I've been able to achieve what looks like 100% gray coverage before, so... and we claim 70%. So
IGORA Vibrance, yes, up to 70% gray blending. In the video, I talked about what blending is. If you have fragile, fine, wimpy hair, it's going to react differently than very strong, thick, glassy, strong hair,
makes
right?
Sense, yeah.
So if I use something like a Vibrance on like medium, middle of the road hair, you can expect about up to 70% blending. If you've got weak hair, you might get and see 100% coverage. If you've got this for hair, you're not going to probably see up to 70% blending. So I love that we put a barometer out there to kind of give you expectations. Just always keep in mind that the hair type, texture, porosity, all of those things have a factor into how long something will last, how many shampoos you get, and what kind of coverage or blending you can expect to get from the color.
I think it'd be safe to say that Vibrance would be a good first step if I've never colored my hair and I kind of want to get rid of my grays, but I'm not 100% sure I want to. Vibrance would be a great first step.
Yeah.
Love that.
I do, yeah. And as well, what I like about Vibrance is that it's fairly versatile in that if I wanted a lower percentage of blending, because it's like maybe your first time, use a shade with the lower developer and get minimal blending.
Yeah.
If you want the most, you can take a natural extra shade, mix it with the 13 volume and get more blending. I think that's what I love about Vibrance. You can get almost permanent like hair color results, almost semi-permanent like color results in this one brand based on how you choose to mix it.
I love that because there's so many other brands that you have to have, okay, I have this one that's just for toning and this line is for gray blending. Now I have to have like 100 shades here and 100 shades here. It feels like with Vibrance, I can just have this one, but then I can have it do different jobs by having those different bottles. So I think that's phenomenal. It saves me space in the storage room.
For booth renters, people who have their own spaces, I love Vibrance because it's this one liquid color. We do have over 80 shades.
Yeah.
people will tend to cherry pick the ones that work best for them. What I like though is that the activators, there's lotion and gel, so you can diversify one color a bunch of different ways. It's
love it.
Pretty brilliant.
Love it. It sounds pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've enjoyed using it. I do have a question though. I'm sure everybody wants to know. You've had blonde in your hair multiple times. So I want to know, what are some of Ian's favorite formulas for blonding? I want to know toning formulas for you.
Okay. So my favorite formulas, I've got a few. Blonde, my favorite blonde formula. I've had a few. I have to say, earlier in this video, we mixed equal parts 9.5-1, so like that kind of frosty platinum with 9.5-5. Why did we do that? Because on a very light base, like mine, for example, 9.5-1 might look a little deep, even though it's not deep. On a super blonde, it might look a little deep. So you can do one of two things there.
Okay.
I can formulate lighter using 10-1, but I like 9.5-1. I just don't want it to look thick or deep. So I'm going to mix warmth in it because warm colors reflect light. So 9.5-1, 9.5-5, that gives like this iridescent kind of creamy platinum vanilla.
Love that.
That I love so much.
Yeah.
If I had to go just like off the shelf, not 10-1, 10-4. It's like an icy beige. I'm also kind of a little boring. I love beige.
He's your basic.
I don't know why I love beige. It's my favorite. I think probably because it's a little bit of a harder shade to get. A low light.
Yes.
One of my favorite lowlights in IGORA VIBRANCE, and we can get this on screen for everybody, is something, whatever level you're looking for, in a -6.5. So that's chocolate gold.
Yep.
And I like to mix that with anything -1, which is Cendré Blue Violet.
Okay.
If you're newer to hair color, it maybe sounds to you like I'm making mud in the bowl because I'm mixing warm and cool. What's happening is when I mix a -6.5 chocolate gold with a -1, the -1 grounds and anchors that low light, and the -6.5 gives it like chocolatey gold so that it doesn't sink flat.
Oh, nice.
So it stays in the hair without looking flat or drab and without being hollow and causing brassiness. It's just a great combo.
I love that because actually one of my questions I was going to have is favorite low light formulas. Because for some of us out there, we're like, wait, I've got a platinum blonde. I'm trying to put a low light in, but I can't go through and just fill every single strand.
Yeah.
So how can I get a beautiful low light and still have it look good without it taking too cool or going green or things like that?
I'm glad you said that. For our newish people to Vibrance, I like to mix warm and cool for a low light because you've essentially, to add a low light means you've bleached the hair to a point where there's no depth.
Right.
And you're looking to put that back in. I like mixing the warm and cools because you are essentially putting back into the hair what's been bleached out.
Yeah.
And I find that it lasts 9 times out of 10. If I'm mixing warm and cool, I will, and I'm shooting for like a level 8, for example, I'm going to go just one level lighter on my cool side.
That makes sense.
So if I'm doing, if I'm shooting for a level 8, I'm going to choose 8-warm and a 9-cool.
Yeah.
Because cool colors absorb light and will always tend to look darker, so that I'm ending up at that level 8, even though I'm formulating lighter on the cool side. It's just something that's kind of worked for me.
It makes sense. And honestly, our platinum blondes, you don't want to go too dark. That girl is going to feel like she has snakes in her hair and she's not going to be happy about it.
I am that girl.
You are that girl. Well, speaking of formulations, I know you told us our favorite formula for your own hair, but I've heard you talk before about your favorite red formulas. And so I would love for you to tell the audience about your favorite red formulas, because I think it's phenomenal.
Okay. I think people, okay, so people know Schwarzkopf Professional for color.
Yeah.
It's been said throughout the years, and I do agree, you can spot a Schwarzkopf redhead a mile away. I think our reds are phenomenal.
I like to think so.
So one thing that I like to do that is slightly unconventional, and let me pull this out. Okay, we've got the neutralizing concentrates, the boosting concentrates. These two right here, the gold and the copper. You typically add something like this to boost the shimmery gold in a formula, or I want to richen up the copper. Another, and so if I didn't want to do Chroma ID on you, and I didn't want to do like 7-77 on you as a refresh. So I'm speaking to the people out there right now who do a lot of redheads. You freshen that color. You freshen that color. You refresh. You do this over and over again. Your redheads, coppers, true reds, do they ever come back and complain it's getting muddy? It's getting deep, drab, browning out, losing vibrancy? Over time, I'm putting level 7 on your hair over and over and over. So all that level is building up.
So like if I took a marker and just went over the same spot multiple times, that's kind of how hair color would, right?
So what I like to do is take the vibrance concentrates, either 0-55 or 0-77. Now we talked, these are concentrates. There's 0-55 means 0 is the level. There is no level. It's just pure gold. I'll mix up a gold or a copper with the 6-volume activator and put that on your hair. If the color's like good, and I just want to gloss you up, while you don't see gold, when your head hits the light in the sun, the way that it will reflect that gold or copper is...
Love that. Just the shiny, the sunny.
It's
really,
good. It's good stuff.
I love that.
It's not something that people think a lot often about to do, but the concentrates are really versatile. And when you're looking to refresh specifically a redhead without level, the gold or the copper with 6-volume by itself, winner.
Love that. And I feel like blondes and redheads are the two hardest to formulate for.
Oh, funny they picked us two to be
I
here.
Know, right? They chose correctly. I know I've used every different formula in my hair as well. Yeah. So a couple of things that I think sometimes get confusing, because I'm out in the field a lot and I hear a lot from stylists. So 9.5 or 9.5, first of all, which is it? And second of all, does that really truly mean level 9.5? Or is there another meaning to that? Because people get confused a lot out in the field.
All right. 9.5, 9.5. What if I said it meant 9.5? Go ahead and forget whatever little symbol is in there. Americans love a dot. Europeans love a comma. It means the same thing. It's 9.5. So I'm going to clear that up for you as well. 9.5 or 9.5 or 9.5 in Schwarzkopf Professional means pastel.
Okay.
If it helps, imagine you have a level 9 and what that looks like in terms of pigment weight. We've well explained what a level 10 in terms of pigment weight means. 9.5 kind of is in between. So when you see 9.5, it literally actually means pastel in the Schwarzkopf Professional total environment. But if it helps, it is kind of like the pigment weight between a 9 and a 10.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, does that mean I can get any gray coverage from that?
Slim to none.
Slim to none. That's kind of what I thought. I know I've gotten a lot of questions in the field about it, so.
You might get a soft blending if the tones, I'd say overall no, don't expect it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, good to know. Well, next I wanted to talk a little bit about clear, because I feel like some people get a little bit confused by that. So with clear, I know you talked about how you can use it as a shine treatment, but you can also add it into a formula. But people are like, when do I add my activator? When don't I add the activator? And what happens if I add the activator into it and I'm putting it over top of a freshly done color? So if you could elaborate a little bit on clear and best uses and how you usually use it.
I mean, the first choice for me at our 0-00 clear would be for a standalone shine service. Again, something to keep in mind, ours, if you use it as a shine service alone, you put it right out of the bottle onto the head. Like there's no activator, developer, there's none of that. You just put it on the head, which is kind of great.
Yeah,
Can I take a minute to like
please do
be chemistry?
Please.
Why would you mix okay, the point of a developer and activator is to develop a pigment,
yes,
or to activate a pigment.
Activate a pigment, yes.
If I'm putting clear on your head, what am I activating?
Well, I mean, I'd say they don't have any pigments.
There's nothing
clear,
for me to develop, right?
I mean, yeah, there's
so
nothing there.
So we're just looking for like the juicy goodness in Vibrance to be, so you
Makes
don't
sense.
need, if it's by itself, use it by itself. We designed it that way so that you don't have any extra unnecessary oxidation or oxygen at work that doesn't need to be there.
That makes sense. Love that.
If I want to dilute 4-99, for example, I would take 10 grams of 4-99, 10 grams of clear, and then 20 grams of whatever activator you're using. And so in that way, to dilute a formula, if you add clear, you do add developer to match it.
So it's like the amount of clear, a 1-to-1 ratio, I will add activator in a 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
So 10 grams of clear, I'm going to add 10 grams then of my activator.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There's something else I want to say for those of you who are poking around looking for tidbits on clear and how it works. Clear is not as powerful in diluting as one might think. Here's what I mean. If I took a level 4 violet and I did 1-to-1 with clear, you're not going to see that much of a jump in dilution. You kind of have to do like we did on our swatches in the Vibrance video, like 1 part color to like 3 parts clear in order for you to see something. So if you're new to Schwarzkopf and you're new to Vibrance, and you're used to using clear in a brand that you're used to using, play around with some swatches first just to kind of get a feel for, 1, how pigmented are the shades that you're looking to dilute, and 2, how far along is clear going to get you in the dilution that you're looking for.
So just to ask a question, because I've had people ask it, what if I'm out of, say, level 7-0, 7-4? Can I take like a level 5-4, level 5-0 and use clear to get me to a level 7? And if I can, like, what does that look like? Or it's not going to look the same?
Okay, simply put, I think we can all agree there's like that Saturday at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock. It's the end of the week. I have blown through every natural in my salon. I don't have any 10 or 20 volume left. Like we've all kind of been there. Can I take IGORA VIBRANCE 5-0 and make 6-0? Within a level, sure. Can I take 5-0 and make 9-0? No.
Okay.
There are different, no. We have another video.
We have another video that gets into science.
Yes.
And he really breaks that down.
Yes.
So if you really want to learn that, go and check out the link. There is a link to our Science Behind the Tube that he's going to be doing live as well. So definitely check that out because he talks about pigment weights within each level.
It's like a whole rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Like you want education on like a chemistry, nerdy, whatever. Dudes, I'm your guy. Like come visit. Yes, but for this, no. Within reason, clear can kind of get you by as a Band-Aid if you're looking to replace levels, but past 2 or 3 levels, no.
Well, and also I feel like a lot of people learn a ton from your Science Behind the Tube 3-day class. So maybe
what a selfish plug, Amber. I mean,
of course we have to plug that. We will have 2 of those this year as well.
Yes.
So yes. All right, I have one last question for you.
Okay.
There's always a debate. Because Vibrance is a demi-permanent, do I need to shampoo it out or can I just rinse it out and that's good enough? Question of the day.
General rule of thumb. If you're using an alkaline color, an alkaline of any kind, it should be shampooed out.
Okay.
Here's why that's important. An alkaline color that has ammonia, for example, we automatically always shampoo out because that's how we were kind of taught.
Yeah.
And it's because it's something you smell.
Yep.
And so removing ammonia with shampoo is like, oh, that makes sense to me. That's ammonia. MEA is an alternative to ammonia. It is what we use in our IGORA Zero. It's what we use in our IGORA Vibrance. It's what a lot of companies use in their ammonia-free colors. Here's the thing to remember. MEA is scentless.
Okay.
It is colorless. You can't detect it like ammonia. So MEA, absolutely, yes, has to be shampooed out of the hair. Otherwise, it will stay.
Okay.
So there's pros and cons to ammonia and MEA, which we're going to talk about in another video. But by and large, safely stick to the rules. IGORA Vibrance should be shampooed out of the hair.
Okay, because I've seen a lot of stylists just rinse it and go, and so
I mean,
every day.
You want to shampoo out any residual chemicals, whether it's alkalinity, oxidation, pigments, whatever. Yeah, it's a smart idea.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I always shampoo mine out, but you know, as I'm out in the field a lot, I know people ask me, do I need to? Because I don't want to shampoo out and lose color.
You're right.
You're not losing color. You're literally just getting that chemical out of the hair.
Yeah.
Last thing, I need you to just say the word that MEA stands for. I think everybody would like to hear that.
MEA, monoethanolamine.
He's so good at that.
Can we put a twinkle by my eye?
Ding. And that is all the questions that I have for you today. So I just want to say thank you so much for taking this time. I feel like I truly understand Vibrance even more now after our discussion. So hopefully all of you out there feel the same way. Yep. So thank you guys for joining us. If you want to see the full Vibrance class, just check out the link over here. You can click on that link and you can watch the full class that he did, and it is separated out in chapters. So if there's certain parts you want to see, you can just look at what you need.
And it doesn't stop there.
Nope.
We do monthly education featuring IGORA Vibrance on platforms that are very accessible to everybody. If you're looking for further education from Schwarzkopf Professional, visit our schwarzkopf-professionalusa.com website. Under the Education tab, you'll find everything we've got.
And if you have questions, we are on Instagram at Schwarzkopf USA. If you DM us there, somebody will get back to you. It's probably one of our education team members, which means it's one of us that are out in the field teaching every day that are answering your questions.
Yeah, slide into those DMs.
Yes, please do. Or see us on Facebook, Schwarzkopf Professional USA.
Perfect.